The ground beneath your feet is an active construction site, a complex layer that is constantly shifting and churning, even when it appears perfectly still. Strip away the top layer of dirt, and you're left with a barren foundation of sterile, unconsolidated rock, the empty parent material geologists call regolith. Time alone won't turn that dead stone into something that can grow a forest. So how does barren rock actually transform into the foundation for all terrestrial life? Soil is a biological machine forged by the collision of two massive forces, the weather pushing down from the sky and living organisms pulling up from the earth. This diagram shows the first force, climate. Weather exerts constant downward pressure, physically fracturing bedrock and driving surface materials deeper. Vegetation acts as the biological counterforce. It is an upward engine resisting the weather, pulling essential resources back toward the surface. The tension between these two directional forces helps organize the chaotic materials of the earth into a structured soil profile. Climate governs the creation of soil. The local temperature determines the fundamental speed of the chemical and biological reactions taking place in the dirt. This cross-section of soil horizons shows the physical impact of precipitation. Heavy rain creates a downward wash that leaches minerals out of the upper levels, stripping the E-horizon pale and forcing those particles deep into the earth to settle in the dense B-horizon. In hot, heavily rained-on tropical regions, this weathering happens rapidly. The constant moisture and high heat create deep, heavily leached soil profiles. In cold tundra regions, low temperatures and minimal rainfall mean bacterial action nearly stops, resulting in very shallow soil profiles. If the downward wash of climate were the only force at work, every essential nutrient would eventually be driven deep into the bedrock, out of reach for plants. Vegetation serves as the rescue mechanism for those sinking nutrients. This close-up shows how roots execute a continuous mining operation. They reach into the lower soil horizons to extract essential base elements like calcium and magnesium. The plants actively pull these minerals upward, storing them in their stems and leaves far above the ground. When these plants shed their leaves or die, they deposit those deep-mined nutrients directly back onto the surface as organic matter. Biology acts as an organic pump, fighting gravity to recycle nutrients from the depths back up to the surface. Once that organic material hits the ground, millions of bacteria act as microworkers, aggressively processing the fallen debris. This triggers humification, the process where bacteria transform dead plant matter into nutrient-rich humus. Humification creates a chemical byproduct, strong organic acids. As these acids seep downward, they actively decompose the underlying parent rock, releasing new minerals into the system. Weather pushes water down, roots pull nutrients up, and the chemical byproducts eat back into the stone. This cycle allows the soil to slowly regenerate itself, releasing new minerals to keep the system alive. Every soil on Earth, from India's deep black regor to nutrient-poor red laterites, is a regional outcome of this same push and pull equation. Because the system relies on a continuous loop, removing the biological component triggers rapid soil degradation. Human activities like deforestation and overgrazing artificially strip away the vegetative cover that protects the surface. With the upward pull of roots gone, only the downward push remains. Rainwater easily detaches soil particles, carving deep channels through water erosion. Without plant roots to anchor the structure, aeolian erosion, or wind, strips the remaining dry topsoil away. By removing biology from the equation, we transform the weather from a soil builder into a soil destroyer. This incredible partnership between weather and life takes millennia to build just a few inches of fertile ground. Yet a disruption to this balance can wash away thousands of years of biological work in a single generation. The dirt beneath our feet is a fragile, living architecture. Our survival depends on keeping its opposing forces in balance.